Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is doing well today. I personally was up until 4 in the morning. It's my own fault, but Baldur's Gate 3 has my entire attention span right now. I have put over 50 hours into that game and I am still in part 1, so just got done with the Tiefling party because I did everything out of order. I did, just to give you all a concept, I'm already done with Grimforge and I got that done prior to the Tiefling party. I thought, like, the Tiefling party was what was going to move us on to Act 2 or Part 2. Chapter 2, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm like, oh, I need to do that last. Apparently, no, that is not. You're supposed. So I was way overpowered because apparently most people have to really try hard to defeat the 3 goblins bosses. When you're already level 6 prior to doing that section, it's actually a very easy fight. I don't have the ability to play music, though. I totally messed up the section that was supposed to give you the ability to play music, even if you're not a bard. Very bummed about that. Alright, so not talking about Baldur's Gate, because I will talk about it for a while, all the time. I'm utterly obsessed right now. So we are going to continue on with the main quest. That's what we've been doing. I'll give you some thoughts on it. We have already fully done this one. Just to show you, fully completed. We're good with this one. This will be ending soon. As you can see, 2 more days. A little bit, almost 3, just under 3. Very excited for our free doctor ratio. And we have 2 new parts of Simulated Universe. And, of course, another companion mission, which I am behind in companion missions, because I'm literally just trying to keep up with the main story quest currently. So let's start off with my favorite part, is wishing. Now, I do have a standard wish, and we are at 46, so if we get early pity, we might actually get a standard character, or their light cone. I would love if I could get Himiko or Welt's light cone, considering I have them already. So it would really help me out if I got their light cone, or opposite, I have Clara's light cone. I would also love to get Clara. So let's see. 56. Are we gonna get early pity? Does not look like it, but that is fine. A Donghung or a Sampo Eidolon would be nice. Forever we'll try to say Constellations because of Genshin, but it's fine. I have Yukong fully maxed out, so just getting these guys. As we continue to progress closer, 40 more, and then I'll be able to get one of these. I really am leaning towards getting Gepard so that I can get his Eve 1. Now, I do have a question. So, as you all know, Blade really wanted to come home, and I got both him and his light cone at early pity. As you can see, I don't have much when it comes to new wishes. But thankfully, we are being blessed by Hoyoverse and we're getting Dr. Ratio for free. Now, we are not getting his light cone for free. And so my brain was like, oh, bonus. I already am getting Dr. Ratio. All of my wishes for the next conceivable period can go into his light cone banner to see if I can pamper him with his 5-star. But I, so far up to this point, have been able to get all of the 4 stars. I have every single one of them. I am so tempted to pull purely to see if I can get her. I know that I'm more than likely going to get her on another banner, and I don't need to pull. But I'm so tempted. I'm only at like 5 pity, so unless Blade is absolutely just like rabid, I shouldn't get him again. Because I'm really not all that interested in Ruan Mei to pull on her banner. But, like, I really want to try and get her. But the smart thing to do would be to save it so I can pull on Dr. Ratio's light cone. We'll do the smart thing. I don't want to, but we need to get that light cone for Dr. Ratio. And speaking of Blade, literally just yesterday, he is fully maxed out. 80, 80, full tree done. I now, of course, I don't have his relics, but, because relic farming is only once all the characters are as maxed out as I can be, because, as you can see, I only have 2 of these now. So, I really wish we could buy more of those, but unfortunately we cannot. We are very limited in getting those. That's definitely, like, if we could buy more than just, like, the 2 that you get. Like, they always are like, oh, it's on a deal. You can buy it for less than its total. If these had it, like, that you could buy these, like, you had the deal for the first 5 and the first 2, and then after that you had to pay, like, the full price for these, that's all I would buy from here, is Tracks to Destiny and these passes. Because look how many of these I have. I guess I could just go on a rampage and buy materials. Oh, I'm getting so close. Again, you run into, should I buy these because I have these characters now, or should I get this to try and max out Gepard's light cone? Anyway, enough about that. Alright, so like I said, we are doing the main mission first, and then we're gonna try out the new simulated universe mechanics, and then if we still have time, which I don't think we will, because like I said, I've been up. I obviously went to sleep for a little bit, but I had been awake at like 4 in the morning, which is not great. This will probably only be an hour stream, but okay. Hello, hello.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we are in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
Adler also.
You think that Adler's discovery drew the enemy's attention?
Indeed, and I already know what he found. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some...
I understand.
Tenuous connection. First, the next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
Distasteful discussion?
A mere glance at their background would indicate they share no commonalities. However, after browsing through their online records, you discover they all wield influence on the space station's dark web. Lady Asta must know what this means. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. You probably already know about this. The fire demon of Fatora, the Duke of the Annihilation Gang. There is another secret with Ifrit. Last is the abilities of Duke. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
It's the Phase Flame, the creation of member number 29, Serkal. She was an amazing genius. Intelligent, kind, and humble. However, she lived for a mere 29 days on the human calendar. Such a pity. The Phase Flame shifted into a different phase as soon as it was created. When it returned to this phase, Serkal had already passed away. It then continued to shift through phases, making its capture impossible.
This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through.
I understand.
This booklet describes the kindling of this unique flame. Must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the Phase Flame and obtained a wisp of its kindling. Herta kept it and lent it to Ruan Mei for her research, but the kindling was lost in the process. If Ifrit is a scion of the Phase Flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
The kindling of this unique flame. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the Phase Flame, and Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous human combustion and the Phase Flame through the concept of... I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw member 29 Serkal's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the Phase Flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear, and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
Question? What on earth is this? The missing researchers are all opinion leaders on the space station's dark web. Holy moly, you know stuff that even the security department isn't aware of. I just got the file from next door. It sounds far-fetched, but on this off chance that it's true, I smell a conspiracy. They staged the whole missing thing to get rid of the dissenters. Tss, that's such a brilliant plot. Justice may come late, but it will be served. The management must step down. The management must step down. If that's really the case, doesn't it mean this chat group is in grave danger?
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
I love his voice.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Team must include Dr. Ratio. Oh, we get to play as him. God. Oh, he's a hunt path, is he? My boy. Locha! And who else? Wait, what is it? I guess we could test out Blade. That I just got
Infernal
done.
fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it.
Is there a map for this? Can't go in there, can't go in there. That's where we came from.
The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire.
Folded space results from spatial distortion during the spread of infernal fire. Trying to pass through it may result in a drift in the spatial coordinates with your transported to somewhere unexpected. The folded space that the space station uses to counter escaped curios, it can effectively cut off space to hinder standard travel.
See? It's still in the space station. Like Screwlum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death.
I have seen some discussions about that particular voice line. Ooh.
The fire is dying. This place is strange.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
Darn bugs. Why do they keep pulling these stupid things out? I can just... so that's where it'll spit you out. Trying not to have to fight these bugs, because it is very annoying. Oof. Not him smacking it with the book. Alright, that'll spit you out somewhere. That's not where we need to go.
Why? This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
Like, if I don't have to fight the bugs, I'm not fighting the bugs. Alright, this one wasn't open earlier. Nope, just popped me back out where I was. Huh. Oh, and I can't teleport around. Okay. So this one just pops me back out here, right? Yeah. Well, this one sends me here. That one sends me back to the beginning. Oh, there it is.
What is your goal?
Me over here just being like, thinking I'm having to do like a puzzle, and it's just like, turn the corner, you blind bat.
Seems like this chase is about to end.
Oh yeah, by the way, what is his, like, E?
For the theater of the mediocre.
Oh my god. Not him making the JoJo stand. Alright, let's see if we can just get around this bug.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now, but next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on.
Why would you touch it, baby? Well, that's fun. But also, why did you touch it?
The theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we?
Oh, what do these numbers mean?
Answer me.
This ends here. A will forged in ice never falters!
You fool!
You chose the wrong enemy. The fight is set.
Is that all?
I'm asking questions.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
I will dispatch you. Receive divinity. Unnecessary. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Got the defense? A test. 0 points.
Not quite sure how his abilities work yet.
Nothing major.
Answer me. Fail. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
It's at 100% now.
0 points. Fail.
Okay, so once he, like, builds up his, like, percentage, he'll just keep attacking that character. Okay, interesting.
Is that all?
Well timed.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Your answers? A test. 0 points.
Hope you're prepared.
So he, like, builds up his,
Failed to send you. Savor it for me. Bloom.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Eternal state.
Dead return! Answer me. Fail.
This ends here.
You chose the wrong enemy. Your end approaches.
Mediocre. A test.
This ends here.
I'll see you off.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Never falters.
Answer me. 0 points.
I want to see his, like...
Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
I will admit that is a really fun, like, ultimate.
Fail. 0 points.
I'll admit, I haven't seen Blade's full
Paradise
either.
may be unreachable for me. Savor it in my place.
Receive divinity.
Unnecessary.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Got the defense? A test. Failed.
This ends here. In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters! Is that all?
Secret of the saints. Immortality. Answer me.
Okay, I'm glad we have Asta back, but what about the rest of the researchers?
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, sir.
I was like, did he really just say that? And I go back and look, and he really did say, like, you weren't very useful this time around, were you?
But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself.
Have you heard? Lead researcher Asta was attacked too. That Duke Inferno, devious, conniving. Psyops on the masses have always been the most terrifying kind of attack. Indeed, it seems that the Annihilation Gang isn't just about mindless violence, as the rumors suggest. If the lead researcher wasn't rescued at the end, we'd all be in deep, deep trouble. Not necessarily. Maybe she's the one who orchestrated it all. Masterminding this elaborate ruse by deliberately harming herself to earn some sympathy points. That line of thought does have some merit. Enough already, this is ridiculous. Is this really worth it? All that hassle just to palliate? I feel like it's supposed to be placate. A few keyboard warriors? True dat. Speaking of which, where's that very first rabble-rouser, Rich Know-It? Oh right, he was real righteous sounding when he invited me into this group. Let me see. Ugh, that guy left the group without making any noise. It looks like the Heliobi.
I've been waiting.
Oh my god, his eyes are glowing. Love that.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the Phase Flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
Actually, let me think about that question. I feel like he's here to observe the Trailblazer. Like, he had almost no interest in anyone else, but was constantly, like, testing how smart the Trailblazer was, testing how physically fit the Trailblazer was, like, XYZ. Like, I feel like he's here to, like, scope out the Trailblazer.
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Well. Essentially trying to wake up the common people to like, hey, do your own thinking, don't just do as the rest of the herd is doing. Resolve the new crisis on the space station. Mr. Kalis, I recently received a pet, a fun creature, from an avid listener. I thought you might be interested. I can't bring it with me when I'm telling stories, so I've left it at Spare Time Bookshop, which is my store. If you're interested, you can drop by the Spare Time Bookshop and take a look. I believe you'll like it. A pet? I adore small animals. Let me check it out now. Hehe, I'm sure you've never seen the animal before. It's very fascinating. Oh? Immediately intrigued.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Let's see.
Do you know how to fix the stars about the Ten Lords Commission?
The Gray Sky Route in 12 parsecs.
Even till their deaths, these poor Galaxy Rangers no idea that this person was actually the incarnation of Nanook, the Destruction. Our story ends here. Nameless One, are you here to listen to a story too? Do I know you? A relic of the stars, a fragment of language, a scattered branch of fate, the lone piece of punctuation in a poem. Yes, I know you. I didn't think you'd be surprised. Are you talking to it? Hearing you chat with the bird, Yingshu pops out from behind the counter and runs over to you. How can you talk with it? Am I not supposed to? Sorry, I just got a little freaked out there. Don't worry, you haven't done anything wrong. At least you probably haven't done anything wrong. Mr. Zian has had this bird here for a few days, but this is the first time I'm hearing it actually talk with a human. They call this guy Yuchi, and it actually does tell stories, but it's never ever engaged in a dialogue with a person before. It's so afraid of strangers that at first it wouldn't let Mr. Zian out of its sight. As soon as they strayed off, it'd start screeching. Last few days, it's slowly grown accustomed to life as a living door sign at the Spare Time Bookshop, but I still can't lift the cloth of the cage for fear of it shrieking like a vengeful ghost. Now when people are around, it just goes about telling stories to itself, but when there's no one around, it eats, sleeps, and just like a normal bird. But this kind of back and forth conversation dialogue that I just saw then, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Yoichi, were you talking with Mr. Kalis? Yoichi, how long have I taken care of you now? Come on. This stupid bird, so frustrating. Kalis, would you like me to tell you a story? It really does only talk to you. Do you understand bird language, or is there something special about you that has this bird giving you special treatment? Kalis, let me tell you a story. Sure. It's rather intense. Yoichi's voice is as light as a silk skirt dancing in soft drizzle, and yet you fall into an impenetrable fog the moment the story starts. Dazed, you find yourself engaged in a fierce battle. Pure Fiction is a series of highly difficult challenge stages that are refreshed regularly. In this game mode, enemies will continuously appear. You can earn points by dealing damage to enemies or defeating them. Once you have cleared Pure Fiction and earned enough points, you'll receive story stars and story rewards. Each phase is updated with a unique whimsicality, and there will be different stage effects during combat. Each phase also provides a variety of accompanying effects. Choose one before the combat starts. Okay, when allies use an ultimate, 1 stack of shatter. When enemies enter battle, 1 stack of shatter. When enemy targets with shatter are defeated, increases ultimate damage for all allies in this battle by 15%, stacking up to 20 times. I feel like that one's the best. Please select the story and start the challenge. Each phase is updated, blah blah blah. Select 4 characters from your team. Let's see. Trying to look at the things they have available. And a cavity. Alright, let's see what this battle bit is like.
A little something for everyone.
I commend.
They don't look happy to see us.
Now the big question is, can I do auto battle? They have a cycle limit and battles finish when action cycles end. Or when the main character, or like the main enemies eliminated. Countdown. The current wave of enemies will show you there. The final score will be calculated based on total points. Okay.
Oh, great.
Stand still.
Conflict is pitiless.
Try that again.
Time to say bye.
Boom. Oh, I haven't used her in a while.
Show no mercy.
Relax.
Here, this thunder.
You can't run. Watch this awesome move.
Time to say bye.
Boom. I love her ult.
Stand still.
Conflict is pitiless.
Relax. Didn't hurt.
You're annoying.
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Here. Watch this awesome move.
Okay, so we've hit the first star.
I'm with
Pard,
Let's wait.
Locha,
Show your courage.
Piranha.
We
I
can
hate
get
fighting
closer.
these.
Repay.
Lend me your strength.
The fight is set.
A will forged in ice.
Never falters. You can tell I enjoy some of their ults a little bit more than others.
Savor it for me.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
I failed to send you.
The dead return!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Oh, we got to 50,000, so we got the second star.
Troublesome.
Savor it for me. Receive divinity.
He just got yeeted off screen for a second.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Is that all?
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Your end approaches. I failed to send you.
Oh, we hit 60,000, so we got all the points, or all the stars.
The dead return.
This is only the first one though, so I'm sure it's the easiest out of them. Yeah, this one would be easy to like just turn on the auto battle and then go do like something else, like a and then like do another chore and then just check on it later.
Mission?
And just like that, Kalos was victorious. His fame spread throughout the cosmos once again. Our story ends here. That's pretty normal. You can tell just by looking at its cage it's no ordinary bird. Once you hear it tell a story, you have this inexplicable feeling that the story really did happen. It's normal that you don't remember, because it's just the cut that the story out of the whole cloth, right? Yoichi's stories are all a bit zany and never sound as though they really happened. Did you like this story? It's talking with you again. Is Yinshu here? I'd like to buy a book. Customer. Forget it then. You and Yoichi take your time getting acquainted. I'll get back to work. Kalos, I've got many more stories I could tell you. In all the cosmos were a planet, you would be its largest moon, and your legend would impel the tides in every ocean there is. Listen to my story and you'll get something out of it. Reach into your pockets. You reach into your pocket only to discover something strange. This is a precious asset. Only two things exist to be given. The poet and their leitmotif. That's enough conversation for now. I'm not the best at this. Stop by any time if you'd like to hear a story. I've got lots of stories to tell you.
The novel about the Ten Lords' commission?
Okay. This is what I wanted to know. Oh look! I have more of these bits. I can't remember which one of these I was working on. I was trying to get them like maxed out. I know I have all of Tea Time. This one. And then I think I've fully maxed out Woof Woof. Where's Yukong? Okay, I did max out the past and the future. So, was I working on probably, where is it? This one was the next one I was gonna work on. Let me see. Yeah, I was just going in order. Okay, jokes come true. Yeah, so this is what these are for. You can get these bits. Alright, and then let's look at... Okay, so you have 4 different levels, and obviously you unlock them as you clear them, and then as you get to the lower ends, you get the feathers. Okay, interesting. And it resets once a month, kind of similar to the, this one, which also gives you feathers. You can see my attempt for this month. Okay, so there's that one. Complete the adventure mission, Yoichi's clever decor. Yoichi. Alright, what's our next one? Alright, creation, nurturing, administrative backend. Reminder, it is 0.1 Herta system time. Yesterday, management of the rest area has ended, currently generating a daily report of Settle Creation's activities and risks for you. Daily report of Settle Creation's activity and risks. One creation attempted a big leisurely stretch while bathing in sunlight and then got injured due to excessive stretching. One creation jumped onto the floor and conversed with its own reflection on the polished floor for 5 minutes. The other creations are very concerned about its mental health. 2 creations fell asleep while snuggling against each other. However, one of them experienced a leg cramp and kicked the other dozens of times. Both woke up from the dream and engaged in a heated argument. 4. A passing robot was updating its system today and made strange noises, waking up 3 creations in the process. 5. 3 creations are curled up in the same nest and seeking warmth from each other. The air-conditioned temperature for this area has been reduced. I've heard about what you did. Nice work. How's Asta doing? She's got back to work. I mean her safety. What's there to worry about when I'm around? That's why I'm worried. True. It's a shame we haven't found the phase flame yet. Forget it. I think of it as Ruan Mei owing me a favor. It's worth a lot more. That's it then. Also, I'm thankful to Mr. Ratio. Who's that? Well, that's not good.
I think they...
How are we doing time-wise? Ah, no, we're just hitting an hour. Okay, Kalis, the simulated universe has been updated. We added a new algorithm branch to the expansion module. Simulated universe golden gears. Of course they would be. Who wouldn't? I've already discussing with them about the implementation of the project. Be a good tester and do your best. Okay. We will do this one next time. We'll do this one and then we'll work on some of these companion missions. Unless, of course, because next time will be with the newest, like the second part of this patch. And so there might be a new main quest. So it just depends on if there is new main quest material. But we got 2 things done. We finished currently what is available the main quest, and we got, the pure fiction done. So, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry the stream is being a little short today. I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your day and a great week for those of you who are getting that extra long little bit of a holiday weekend when this live stream's occurring. I hope you get the most of it and try not to follow my example and stay up till 3 to 4 in the morning. Thank you all and have a lovely day.